because we're kind of away from it, so you got to get a little closer. Yeah, that's right. You're looking at a pursuit of two vehicles. This one here that's, these two here in the center of the screen here, this white vehicle and the one behind it, it's a black Kia. They're turning here. They're going to go the same direction. They're going to come right under us, Mike. We've got sparks coming off the lead vehicle. LAPD went into pursuit of this vehicle. We believe it was either Southwest or 77th Division officers, but they are still in pursuit. They got an airship overhead, and they're trying to pull these vehicles over. We believe they're both stolen vehicles here. One's blacked out. The other one's with its lights on. It'll come out to a white shot. We're going to continue to watch these vehicles here as the airship reacquires them here in the downtown LA area. They're coming side by side here now, and they're bailing out. It looks like they might be switching vehicles. Let's come in here. Yeah, we got the passengers. Yeah. So now it looks like they abandoned the white vehicle, and they're all in the Kia. So the airship overhead, they got a black and white there that might be in trail. They might be in surveillance mode. That might be the reason for it. But here we are northbound on Stanford. I'm trying to recall the street that we first heard it on. But in any event, it was heading north here all the way up into downtown LA now. Yeah, it can be very, very difficult. Certainly here in downtown LA, we have the 110 or the 101 freeway just up ahead, so we'll see if the driver tries to jump on the 101. Oh, he's going to make a left-hand turn here. And we're continuing westbound now. He's got the 110 freeway, and that's going to be the ramp there that he's going to be taking. And it looks like he's going to be going north on the 110 here. Yep, for sure. North 110 towards the 101. And we'll see what happens at that point. But now, this might be a factor for the CHP to get involved.
Sports right now for this breaking news: a police pursuit of two stolen vehicles tonight. Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal with the details for us. Desmond?
Well, Susie, it had been two vehicles. We're now down to one. Very peculiar situation. I believe that they were both allegedly stolen vehicles here. It was a white Kia, and I believe this is a black Kia. I believe a Kia Soul. Of course, there's been so much publicized about those Kias in recent years, just how easy they can be to steal. So, but get this. Now, the white Kia got abandoned, but those suspects hopped in this vehicle. So they clearly know each other. LAPD pursues that black Kia Soul up the 101 freeway. This all started in South LA, zigzagging through the Southwest Division, eventually ending up in downtown LA, through the buildings on Main Street, and just moments ago, getting on the freeway. There was originally two cars that were being followed. Some of the passengers from another car just piled up into that black Kia Soul, and now all parties are in that vehicle right there.
They're still trying to catch up. Is it this guy? Kia. Yeah, it's a Kia. Okay, it's gotta be this guy. Let's have my guy square overhead. He's exiting. Maybe getting right back on, though. Oh, gonna cut off that bus. Oh, gosh. Wow. Yeah, Tim, I'm hearing programming. Right out your door. 3 o'clock.
While in pursuit of a stolen car, and Des, I heard you telling Susie earlier that this started as a two-car pursuit?
Yes, that's right, Pat. This was initially two vehicles, a white Kia and a black Kia. Whoever was inside the white Kia got out and ran. And we heard LAPD, it sounded like they were trying to chase them down, but they were able to get inside of this vehicle. And our assignment desk letting us know that we've now confirmed that there are at least 3 people in the vehicle. So it's not clear if there was just one inside of the black vehicle and then 2 from the white car got in, or if there was 1 person in the white car and 2, and there could be more than 3. I mean, there could be 5, 6, even 7 people in this. I would not be at all surprised. We know we're dealing with the stolen Kias a lot of times. It does end up being quite a few. As you see LAPD, they're getting in the shot, and they have their spotlight back on now that CHP is actively pursuing that suspect on the run from LAPD, who has just handed this pursuit over to the California Highway Patrol. Mark, he is in the heart of the East LA interchange here, southbound on the 5 freeway. As you mentioned, this pursuit started in South LA. There were actually 2 suspects, 2 vehicles being pursued at the same time. At one point, suspects from one vehicle dumped the other vehicle, and they all piled into this Kia Soul, where there are believed to be 4 suspects inside of that car, unknown if armed. You can see LAPD with their airship right overhead, the night sun squarely aimed at that small SUV. And now, as I mentioned just moments ago, LAPD has handed this off to the California Highway Patrol, already putting a little more pressure on these guys. As you see that primary unit, no more than 4 car lengths right behind that suspect, who at times has been surpassing triple-digit speeds, hovering between 90 and 100 miles per hour.
We'll see what happens if the driver decides to exit, or, well, it looks like he might be exiting again here. So he's going to take that gore point at the very last second, but not fooling the CHP. A very short off-ramp here. He's going to go into a neighborhood. He might try to make a U-turn. They might try a pit maneuver right here. The speeds are just right. The conditions.
That CHP unit closing in a little bit. We'll see if they have given the go-ahead for that pit maneuver. Now turning on to Olympic Boulevard. Off of the freeway, Boyle Heights area, off of Olympic. Are they getting ready to ditch the vehicle? Or are they just kind of driving aimlessly? I really hope this isn't, what I suspect of, like, some really young people here in the car.
Or they're trying to decide which way to go next. Okay, making a turn here, a sharp right turn on South Soto Street, running into a little more traffic. Desmond, are there many vehicles behind this driver, or just the one as we see? Well, I see a couple now.
Yeah, there's a couple now, and we'll see if they're gonna. Well, now that we're getting back on the freeway, maybe they might stick with this. It looks like we're getting on the eastbound 60 right now. I just heard the sergeant say, it sounded like he said he just wanted to get back to tracking with the helicopter now that they were on surface streets. But now that we're back on the freeway, they may re-engage. We know that's usually kind of the MO there of CHP. So back on the freeway here, it just seems kind of aimless here. The suspect, like they might be kind of panicked, like they're not sure what they're doing right now. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this right now. They're all over the place, zagging from the left to the right. Looks like they're going to make a cut here for, I believe this will take us to the Whittier Lorena exit here. Perhaps another opportunity for a pit maneuver if they want to come in. And let's see here what the next move is going to be as we on and off the freeways. We've been on quite a few of them so far. Oh, I think he's going to do it. Oh, he tried. It was a little bit of an attempt. It was, yeah, just barely. He's doing about almost double the speed limit, pushing about 70 miles per hour on Whittier Boulevard. Speed limit can't be more than 45 at the most right here. And now slowing down for the green here. Now a wild right turn into oncoming lanes briefly there as he makes his way southbound.
The airship, though, still in tracking mode. You see the night sunlight there. And he's going to make a right-hand turn. It looks like a freeway entrance here. Look at this. Look who's waiting for him. CHP right there. And now he's going to pick it up, and they're back in the mix.
Slowing down a little bit. Yeah, he was kind of pounding on that gas pedal a little bit and then slowing back down as we go back through the Eastdale interchange. So we're really just kind of touring, all over LA now. At this point, he might make a last-second cut for the 10. Yep, he's going to actually head for the Santa Monica Freeway right here, these lanes to the far right. So this is going to take us back towards downtown if they're going to stick with it here. And there are a couple of units in this one. I'll ask Dylan if he's heard from CHP's helicopter yet at this point. They are on the way. Dylan, by awesome pilot Dylan letting me know they actually just took off from Fullerton. So, sometimes they can take a little bit of time to scramble their helicopter and get going, but they will come in here and eventually relieve LAPD's helicopter. LAPD's should have enough fuel in their helicopter to stick. In fact, there's actually 2 LAPD helicopters here right now, Dylan's telling me. So, and that was, I think, because we had those 2 cars earlier, and so there's got a couple of pair of eyes from the air as well as units on the ground on this one.
We did have an earlier pursuit tonight where the vehicle practically caught fire, and eventually that's what brought things to an end. But in this case, I really don't see anything wrong with this car. So this could go on for quite some time, depending on how much gas we had to start with. But again, Kia stole one of 2 stolen vehicles that were involved in this pursuit. Absolutely. Kias, unfortunately, do fall victim to the fact that they are easy to steal, but it is also something that has led to a number of pursuits here in our area. So if you do have this type of vehicle, it's a good idea just to take a little extra precaution. Park in the garage if you can, for example, just to try to keep your vehicle from being stolen, because again, it is a popular social media trend to take these cars, and just within the last few months, I can think of at least a handful of pursuits that have involved these types of vehicles.
We can now count up to 3 California Highway Patrol units joining this pursuit, and they are ready to perform a traffic break if they have the opportunity. The suspect getting all the way over to the right. That's an exit ramp that'll put him above the freeway here onto Vernon Avenue. Getting around traffic here, coming up on Vernon Avenue, getting off of the 110 freeway, and now making a right turn onto Flower, or off of Flower onto Vernon.
We know that a lot of drivers lately have been going to the LAX area because they know that the airships are kind of limited in what they can do when pursuit enters that airspace. I am hearing some of the officers saying that they're canceling. I don't know if that's all of the units necessarily, but we're coming to a stop. Here we're coming to a stop. Doors are opening. Car's still rolling. So I see at least 2 people. It's probably closer to 3. There's the third. So I see at least 3. They seem to be wanting to stick together, but one of them is a little bit slower there, just getting past that fence to an apartment complex. Everybody kind of sticking together, going down this alleyway. Gonna start jumping fences here. Just under that tree is where I last had them, coming down the alley. So I do see at least 3 what appear to be young men.
And there they are, all 3 together still. Again, there were reports of 4 suspects, all 3 sticking together under that tree. You are right. They are trying to triangulate more officers into this area, but you get the impression now that that California Highway Patrol unit, those pursuing units, pulled back a little bit too soon. Now they're jumping fences into this community, trying to find private property to hide out in, and it's a more dangerous situation inherently, obviously, once you start seeing this kind of behavior, because there are people at home sleeping in these homes, and obviously could be in for a rude awakening if you've got trespassers trying to break into your home looking for a hiding spot. In this case, it looks like he's trying to get on the roof there, trying to help his buddy on the roof, and that'll just make it easier. Very good. Yeah, impressive.
It's time for this person to surrender. Clearly, they're not going to be able to hop that fence, and the best thing they can do is just surrender to these officers that are coming up to the gate right now, and that's exactly what this person, he or she, it's hard for me to tell what he or she is going to do, and it looks like they're following the commands of the officers, turning around, officers with their guns drawn. And that gate looks like it's going to be locked, so in all likelihood, one of these officers is going to have to hop it. But it's also kind of a dangerous situation to put themselves in because the other 2 individuals are still running around. One of them was on the roof of that garage, and I lost sight of the driver, but they should still be in the general area. What LAPD will do now is set up a perimeter. This, of course, is South Los Angeles, so we might actually be in LA County Sheriff's territory, so they're going to come assist with the perimeter if this is, in fact, their jurisdiction, although it was the CHP that was the last couple of units that were in the pursuit.
seen this over and over in terms of these younger people stealing these Kia Souls and just going out for joyrides, if you will, or whatever that they do with them. But it's something that we have seen pretty often.
Yeah, we definitely have, and you're right, Pat. It does seem like it's been the Kia Soul specifically that we've been seeing with the quote-unquote Kia boys. And I mean, I'm just going to say that because we can tell it was a pretty young person with a Kia. You can kind of put two and two together on that. It's pretty much always the case these days, and you wonder how much longer this phenomenon can go on, or if they can change the technology to make it harder to do this. I mean, it's been so well publicized. There's those social media videos that have been posted on all sorts of different outlets, like showing how to do it. Apparently it's a very easy to do thing, and it doesn't require any fancy tools or anything like that. And it's kind of like a big underground community, and it's been going on for a few years. And frankly, it's shocking that it continues, and that the car companies haven't found a good long-term solution to this.
Got him. Perfect. All right, let's get over it. Under the van.